How many times have you stopped yourself just to explain your choices to someone who never even tried to understand you? Why do we live under the constant pressure of justifying who we are, what we do, and how we feel? Today, I want to tell you something that could shift your life forever. You don't owe anyone an explanation for living your truth. We're taught from a young age to please, to explain, to seek validation. You choose a career path, and someone asks, "Why not become a doctor?" You decide to stay single, and they say, "When are you getting married?" You say no to an invitation, and suddenly you're selfish. But here's the truth. People don't need a reason. They crave control. They want you to fit their narrative because your freedom reminds them of their limits. And so, we shrink ourselves. We explain. We apologize. Until one day, we no longer recognize who we are. Let me tell you the story of Sarah, a 34-year-old woman who left a high-paying job in corporate law to become a yoga instructor. Her friends said she was insane. Her family begged her to reconsider. They asked, "After all you've studied, what will people think?" Sarah said nothing. She just left. And for months, people whispered behind her back, until one day, someone asked her privately, "How did you know this was the right choice?" She replied, "I didn't know, but I knew what wasn't." Years later, she's thriving. Inner peace, simplicity, joy. No applause, no validation, just quiet happiness. Why you don't owe explanations. 1. Your life is your own. No one else walks in your shoes. No one else feels your pain. So why should they get a vote in your life decisions? 2. People judge from their limitations. If someone can't imagine quitting their job, they'll call your courage irresponsibility. If they can't handle solitude, they'll call your independence loneliness. 3. Explaining often leads to misunderstanding. The more you explain, the more people twist your words. What if you just stopped? What if you let your peace speak louder than your defense? Real-life reflection. The man who lost everyone. Let's talk about Mark, a man in his late 50s. After decades of putting everyone before himself, his parents, his wife, his children, he realized something tragic. He was loved, only for what he gave, not for who he was. So one day, Mark stopped explaining. He stopped answering calls that drained him. He stopped saying yes out of guilt, and people left. But those who stayed? They saw him, not his roles, not his responsibilities, but his soul. Mark began living, at last. Not because others understood him, but because he finally understood himself. Let them talk. Let yourself live. Let them talk. Let them guess. Let them misunderstand you. That's not your burden. Live your life the way you know, and your heart is right. Change jobs. Cut ties. Travel alone. Stay silent. Speak up. Eat differently. Dress differently. Love who you love. Be who you are. You owe no one an explanation for living fully, honestly, and boldly. You don't need to be loud to be strong. You don't need to justify your peace. You don't need to defend your joy. Remember this. Your life is not a courtroom. You're not on trial. You are free. So go live without permission. So if you enjoy this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.